don't know if you can hear the fan of the boiler going on in the background.
We must prepare to stop him at all costs. His quest for the ethereal crown is upsetting the balance of the realm.
In what way has he upset the balance?
For one, his actions led to the astronomer castle over in the Isles being thrown into the abyss. Surely you felt the sun rise in abyssal energy on the winds of magic.
Not my fault, bruh.
Wait, how did that happen?
That isn't important right now. Just tell the other magistrates to dispel the illusion on the bells once we've dealt with Calaxidus. We'll handle it from there.
I'm active!
Oh yes, and tell them to gather in the Grand Library foyer. I'll inform the associates and prepare myself meanwhile.
Understood. I shall see to it at once. And after the associates have been warned, we'll ring the astral bells to banish the abyssal mold. We'll begin once Mendrick gets...
It is done. The associates have been informed about Calaxidus' presence and will fire at will if they spot him.
Oh boy.
Now we'll stay here and guard the library. If he gets past us, I shall inform him to ring the bells so he can banish the abyssal mold by the castle.
Looks like this place is no longer friendly. Right, time to find that hideout then. It should be behind one of the slimmer bookcases in here, after I check to see what's in here. Eh, might as well. Got room. Is this it? Man, there's a lot of secret hideouts in the Gryphon hold. How did nobody detect these? Here we are. Let's see if Horst and Bronwyn are still around. Arcane Labs, let's see. Ah, there's one. One of my buddies. Hey there, Horst. Got any interesting staves or spells I could use?
Well, there's bound to be some stuff around in the laboratories. Go and check there unless you've already done so.
Very well then, thank you. And there's the other one. How's it going down here, Bronwyn?
Much better than your situation, that's for sure.
I can imagine. You're not being hunted by the apprentices. Anyway, I really must get into the Grand Library.
I see. Well, you'll be unable to enter unless you have one of those axe keys. I think I saw one in the conjuration classroom earlier.
Conjuration classroom, okay. Alright, in that case, I'll see if I can find one.
Just don't get yourself killed, alright?
Of course, don't worry. And yeah, with those mage sprites, there could really be anyone under those robes, so might as well make one of them a female mage. Got myself a silver key. Invoker's Tower. I believe up here is the Invoker's green mana weapon. Or, well, it would be here if I was playing Invoker. It's the Sun Staff, which has a similar rapid-fire beam that it had in Hexen 2, but minus the piercing and bouncing capabilities. And it also has the alt-fire that rapidly repels random stuff like projectiles or monsters away. It works like a disc of repulsion, and therefore it can actually spark infighting by pushing things around. And I believe this is the necromancy room, right? Beginner's Guide to Necromancy. Yep, this is the necromancer room. This is where the dark serpent staff that he has would be. As a novice in the arts of necromancy, you should always start with the purest form of the dead, skeletons. Skeletons are simple and clean bodies to work with, making the starting steps of the resurrection less messy. Before you begin, you require the necessary components to keep the bones together to prevent a bag of useless undead bones. The best bet is to buy a bucket full of gray tar, the best component to grant you a flexible and potentially dexterous skeleton at the end of the process. Lastly, before you cast the anime dead spell on the bones, make sure you use an appropriate soul crystal to serve as the catalyst of the skeleton's unlife. The soul of an obedient mutt should suffice for your first skeleton resurrection. After the shard is in place, you may cast the anime dead spell. And down here is the Elementalist branch, where there is my green mana weapon. The Fire Wand. As you can see, it's kind of like a sort of a flamethrower, short-range flamethrower. Very powerful. And it was also given an alt fire in the update. Hopefully I'll be able to demonstrate what that is to great effect pretty soon. It's one I really enjoy. But at close range, it has really neat crowd control. As you can see, it is a statue of the Archdevil Ezreal. And this is a statue of the Archdevil Niberos. Hang on. Was there anything interesting this way? Okay, no. I don't think we need to head this way yet. To the northeastern bell tower. Ah, here's the alt fire. Pillar of Flame! Costs quite a lot of mana, though. So use it well. Is there anyone behind me? No, there isn't. Ah, yes, this place. If I jump off the ledge here, I'll be transported to a pocket realm similar to the Aether. Let's see, is there a safe place I can jump? Okay, didn't take all the damage. So. Mirel's note. I still don't understand exactly why jumping off this particular ledge will transport you to a pocket dimension that looks similar to the Aether. More importantly, who exactly discovered this? I suppose you could survive that drop with Featherfall, but what would compel someone to try jumping from there? I suppose suicide, but this ledge has never been the site of any suicide attempt as far as I've read. Regardless, why this particular ledge transports you to a pocket realm has been utilized by the Gryphon Brotherhood to store basic instructional books that all associates learned from. There's also the Book of Free Healing, or Liber Oscura in the ancient tongue in there, but it rarely sees much use because of how the traditions of our organization work. Which is to say, if you're too weak, clearly you deserve death, unless you can overcome your weakness. Miriel. Man, these guys are very authoritarian. No wonder Calaxis rebelled against them. Yeet! Oh. Okay. Liber Oscura. Also, jumping from here, I'm pretty sure... Oh, wait, no. I can't actually go off this. There's blocking line deaths. But if you jump down there, there's another place where you can, and if you do, it's fatal. One other thing, I think I've pointed it out a couple times before. Liber Oscura, I'm pretty sure, does not mean free healing. Pretty sure it's Latin, meaning Book of Darkness. You do not want to use that to heal yourself with. Oh, yeah, this place will also be a huge lore dump, so I'm going to be reading lots of notes about various facets of Chronos, like the Ettins, for example. Ettinkind originally were human legionnaires under Zedex Legion, but were subsequently mutated into what they now are. Today, Ettins are classified as Fiends of the Nether. For any time someone dies of famine, an Ettin is created in their native plane of existence. It's been suggested that Korax gave all the souls of Zedex Legionnaires as payment for the orcs that he hired during his invasion of Chronos. Like the orcs, who were brought in such great numbers, they made a society for themselves on Chronos. The Ettins are innumerable. Ever since Korax's initial defeat, the Ettins that were created through the Demon Lord's deal with the Horsemen created their own society in Chronos. The society is based around raids on food stocks, so the Ettins may create more of their kind by spreading famine across the lands. They also apparently can be magically bound to serve mages, considering that they're using them as guards around here. I guess they're... based on how they behave in-game, they're not exactly very well cognizant beings. Races of Chronos 5, the Elves. Myths and legends revolving these mythical beings have been around for as long as anyone can tell. Nearly all accounts involving elf sightings happen in or around forests, but what all these accounts have in common is that they are eyewitness accounts. Eyewitness accounts are the most unreliable form of evidence, so most choose to ignore them. All evidence suggests that elves are merely a myth invented for children's nursery rhymes and works of fiction. For if they did exist, they would have to be expert isolationists. Not even the most reclusive dwarven enclave has remained out of sight for as long as the elves have, which further supports the idea that elves simply don't exist. It has also been suggested that the elves are misidentified dryads or other fae, because the two races have visual and behavioral traits that line up with a common depiction of elves. I believe Argus said he was planning to give them a sort of Mothman motif, like they use giant moths as steeds in place of horses. Okay, nope.
Nope.
Oh wow, they can survive that? Sheesh. These guys are hardy. Storage units in southeastern halls. Library sentry station. Oh, another secret crater. May not need it at this point, given how strong this fire wand is. Okay. Well, one of these. Okay, there. Demons and devils, an explanation. The common man is often uneducated on the subject of demons and devils. This paper endures to educate people on the distinctions between them. Demons are chaotic evil entities from the abyss. They are selfish creatures who seek to undo order in the multiverse. They govern themselves by sheer strength and cunning, where the strong rule the weak. These malign outsiders live to tempt mortals into the most depraved actions imaginable, which will damn their souls to the abyss upon death. Devils are lawful evil entities from hell. This makes them eternal foes of the innumerable hordes of demons, as devils strive to preserve the order that their enemies wish to undo. As a reflection of their orderly nature, devils adhere to a strict hierarchy governed by archdevils. Like demons, devils tempt mortals into deals that will damn their souls to hell. These differ from demonic ones in that the deals will only be made if both parties agree on the terms and sign them willingly. Yep, remember I said there's a lot more D&D crossover in this one? Yep. I was not kidding in the slightest. What's that? Sentry station. Oh, wait, nope. Yeah, I've been here. Okay, yeah. Everything here is already... So wall those guys off. I got these. Now you will want to be careful because the pillar of flame can cause damage, self-damage, if you're too close to it, and it does a lot. Oh yeah, also you switch... The update also made so you switch weapons a bit faster too. Because I like being able to switch weapons quick. Slow reloads I can deal with. But fast weapon switching is what I really want. And what's... Savoslim's note. Rescued a lizard woman that was brought into the beast pits today, once she convinced me to. I must admit, I did not expect her to ask me for help, as the lizardmen have a reputation for being emotionless and calculative. In any event, I did manage to smuggle her out of the beast pits and bring her out of the castle before the door closed for the rest of the day. She urged me that I get her as close as possible to the swamp where her tribe lived. She'd be able to go the rest of the way on her own. Despite this, I followed her nearly all the way into the swamp just to make sure she made it out safely. Once we were close enough, she gave me this stone and said if she ever sees her tribe, I can use the stone to show them that I'm a friend of the tribe. I can't say why I went through all this effort to put my own career and life at such risk, but it just felt like the right thing to do. Besides, who in their right mind thinks it's alright to use humanoids as test subjects? Anyway, I think I may try to find her village again so I can ensure she made it back home safe. Besides, I'd also simply like to have the chance to see her and the ways of her people from an unbiased view. Beast pit, so this is where they were holding that. Oh, ow, 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 ow. These guys are deadly close range attacks. What? Hey! Don't shoot me. Oh, crap. What? Whoa, 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 whoa! Didn't even notice you guys were still here. Get out. Well, I got the castle key now. Haven't seen a castle door, but I could get through it now. Okay. Oh. I wonder if they realized something was up here. Some more notes. Race of Kronos 1, the humans. Since the dawn of time, humanity has held dominion over Kronos. Whether this is by design or sheer coincidence is unclear, but humanity has survived the worst cataclysms imaginable. One of these is as a result of our hubris as a species. But where other lesser races would fall, we have survived and remained unbroken in our dominion of this realm. This does not mean we are unified, for there are countless human civilizations across the world. The Heavenly Empire Zunda and the Dristal Kingdom under Lars Fridolin II's rule are but to name a few. The constant in human history is our separation of the military, faith, and arcane power, where each has a specific purpose and ideology that can cooperate with one another if led by three separate rulers who are unified. In our current political climate, neither the Bronze Wolves, Gryphon Brotherhood, or Red Dragon Cult have been able to get the same common ground as we had under Zedek, Menelkar, and Traductus' triumvirate, so it's unclear which three leaders can keep the Dristal province unified. And also, Fembak's note. Everyone's been on edge for spies ever since Bancroft learned that Calaxidus brought friends who aren't of the Gryphon Brotherhood into the heart of our stronghold. I must admit it makes me suspicious as well, but we have better things to worry about now. Things such as Calaxidus being responsible in some way for pulling a castle in the Baronian Isles into the abyss. Presently, there's enough abyssal mold on the spot where the castle once stood that a rift into the abyss itself may open once cultists and other demons arrive there. Though, come to think of it, maybe we have demon cultists skulking around our castle. And also this. We can actually return here. I should get my Crater of Might in here. It's behind the small bookcase. Why didn't I just get it when I prepared for the journey to the castle?
You fail.
Because there was a big fat fighter and cleric hogging up all the space in front of it. This room guards the northwestern bell tower from intruders. Unfortunately for me, I am now an intruder, so the trap will be sprung. No. There. Oh dear, I'm just about out of green. That's fine, I got plenty of blue. More? Yep, more. Yeah, that was quite a trap. I suppose there are some lore differences between some of the monsters you're seeing and some of the stuff in the continuity that Argo made for these map packs, because he made a very deep and involved storyline for all of these. Let's see, these both lead to the same place? Yes, they do. Apprentice dormitories. Entry prohibited unless during break or sleeping hours. Man, these guys are authoritarian. Why is this corridor undefended? It leads straight to the main gate and castle courtyard.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh! That explains. Oh god, is that guy legendary?
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Oh, dang it, I can't seem to hit him. With a pillar of flame. Yeah, he's definitely legendary. Can I get him stuck on something? Nope. Ow! Oh, ow, ow. Shoot. Okay, no, this guy does not want to get stuck. And he is poisoning the everlasting crap out of me. Okay, now he's stuck. That guy must be very disappointed.
You fail.
This necromancy classrooms. Oh, shoot. Let's see, is this another beginner's guide? No, it's a shipment list. Shipment of scavenged body parts, 20 sets of well-preserved human arms, 20 sets of heads, 10 human heads, and 10 ratman heads, slightly rotted but salvageable. 4 fresh dwarven torsos and 2 mostly fresh human torsos. 2 full bodies, a female human and a male ratman corpse. 6 clawed hands from rotted ratman corpses, 11 sets of human and dwarven legs each. 50 additional bones with perfectly preserved bone marrow. Gross, but this is necromancy stuff. Also, I'm pretty sure all 3 of these specialized mage types in this game. I'm pretty sure all of them make the same use out of the ambits, where they restore mana. And the Demon Codex. That's the other book we need. But we also think we still need the castle key, so we need to get to the Conjuration classroom still. Race of Chronos 2, the Ratmen. Perhaps the most disgusting of the lesser races, the Ratmen are a vile plague that's spread across the lands if they're not exterminated wherever they're seen. The Ratmen of Chronos are most infamous for staging underground invasions that make walls and fortifications next near useless. They burrow through the ground and dig out into a city and destroy it from within, and when they do not destroy, the Ratmen enslave. Common rats also seem affected by the presence of the Ratmen, as they will suddenly mutate into crimson-eyed giant rats that have nothing on their mind but the taste of human flesh. It goes without saying that humanity has never had any proper contact with these vile creatures because they see humans as nothing but food and slaves. Almost makes it sound like they would end up being made into an enemy at some point. I don't think there are any workable sprites on hand for him. Okay. Which one is... Oh, wait, hang on. Do it. Yep, I do. Race of Chronos 8, the Vampires. While simply undead, vampires are usually very aristocratic and proud of their bloodlines. Nearly all vampires see mortals as cattle for them to feed on in order to sustain their wretched unlife. Through their blood drinking, vampires keep their inner beast at bay so they can retain the personalities they had in life. If a vampire does not feed on the blood of mortals long enough, they will devolve into monsters that look like a mix between a bat and whatever race the vampire was. This form of vampire is feral and has no traces of the original human personality it once had before it was starved. Well-fed vampire lords often keep these disgusting abominations as prized pets to ensure lesser vampires of their bloodline keep loyal to the lord, lest they are chained up and left unfed in order to turn into these disgusting werebats. I think, is this a beginner's guide? Yes, it is. We've always seen that, so... Evocation classrooms, Necromancy Magister office. So what was Medric here reading? The dwarves. Unarguably the most technologically advanced race on Kronos, the dwarves are expert magicians in the field of chronomancy. This short, genderless race has been here for as long as humanity and has always kept themselves isolated from the other races. What little interaction humanity has had with the dwarves has given us some insight into their purpose, as it were. According to the dwarves themselves, they ensure time and reality as a whole are kept stable, while the other races constantly undermine the balance in some way. Ever since Korax's invasion, they've been hard at work to rid Kronos of any abyssal influence, and as such they've been even more isolated than they were before. Another undeniable fact about dwarves is their expertise in creating complex things out of metals, such as adamantine. Among their most impressive works are the mighty adamantine golems and their mechanical cities. The lost halls of the Guardian of Steel are thought to be of dwarven make, and that the complex itself is part of a mighty colossus dwarven golem.